Yo, what's up, duelists? How's it going? Welcome in. The RBET Tailgate stream is now live skis. Ooh, we're out here. We're out here. What's up, duelists? Just posting that on live, and then we can be underway. Gotta send out a little tweet. And we're gonna do some classic RBET tailgate predictions and such. What's up, duelists? What is good? What is the vibe? How's your Friday night going? I understand that it is a little bit late into the evening for me to be doing this sort of tailgate stream, but here we are. What's up, Doom? What's up? What's up, Tomato? What's up, duelists? What's up, Luge Bell? We are preempting tomorrow's RBET action with some RBET predictions, most likely. Squeaky chair. How do I pronounce your name? Bellinger? What's up, duelist? Welcome into the stream. First time stream viewer. How's it going? First time stream commenter. Oh man, it's gonna be a day. It's gonna be a day. I just got home. It's been raining all day. It's been stormy. It's been stormy and rainy. What's winning RBET tomorrow? That's the real question. Yo, thank you for re-upping on your subscription, Doom. What's up, Juan? How are you doing? What's up, duelist? We're doing this thing. RBET prediction stream. Let's see. Let's get started. Let's get started with a little bit of a value. It's won the last few events. Deck seems pretty good. A little bit of Christia. Got second place at the last event, so about as close as it gets. A little bit of Amaryllis. Been kind of crushing it on different circuits. Just got first and second at the 1K in New York, and then also got second place at, what was that? Ultimate Time Wizard Raleigh at YCS Raleigh. And then, what else have we got in contention? These are kind of, I think, the three heavy hitters right now. You got Christia deck, Amaryllis, Value Turbo. There's a bunch of other decks that could win this event, but I think these are the three that have either won or come the closest in the last few weeks. Not last few weeks, last few months, even. Let's see, what else we got? Machina. Machina's had like an interesting sort of month. It got top 8 at Ultimate Time Wizard Raleigh. Quick Draw went undefeated in Swiss at YCS Las Vegas. And Dragon Turbo won a lot of RBETs last year. So definitely have to look at those three as like runner-up contenders that could possibly take it. Black Wings is always a good deck. it's never not a good deck. I think it kind of struggles with Machina and Christia and Vayu decks. So it's kind of like had sort of a weird time against the meta. I think Diva Hero is one of those crazy OTK decks that could always spike. I kind of put it in the same tier as like Super Rejuvenation decks, where like they could just have a lucky day. Nylon says frogs, heroes, zombies usually in contention. I disagree with all of those except zombie. Frogs doesn't win a lot of major events, like at all. Heroes, if we're talking alias heroes, doesn't win a lot of events either. I actually don't think it's won a single one. And zombies has had some good results in the past. What's up, Eric? How you doing? You having a good night, bro? Zombies had some results in the past. I don't think zombies is terrible. Doom says GBs. GBs hasn't... Not only has GBs not won a major event, but hasn't topped a major event in like 4 years. So, I don't know. Maybe. But I just don't know. That deck is like criminally underpowered. It just doesn't have the sauce. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what my prediction is, but this is kind of like what the metas looked like. Probably a little bit more of this than the Dragon Turbo. The alias decks, they usually get top 8. These are like the decks that like usually top but never win, and it's like Machina and Alias. They usually top and they like never win. I don't know what's up with that, but that's just the way it is. Quick Draw also kind of in that category weirdly, but I think Quick Draw has the potential to win an event, whereas I don't know if these decks have a potential to win an event. Anthony says Twilight. Yeah, I think Twilight's pretty good. I know James Ark took it to number 1 on the ladder. I would place it probably weaker than the Christia deck, personally. I think Christia is a better card than Chaos Sorcerer, despite it being a little bit harder to set up. I also think Christia's... This is a really hot take, but I think Christia is a better card than Dark Arm Dragon even. But that's a pretty hot take. I know a lot of people would disagree with that, and that's totally fair. We need something fun like Jinzo again for the memes. That'd be cool. But Twilight's good. I mean, it's a fine deck. Yeah, people will disagree when I say that, but Dark Arm Dragon doesn't immediately win the game, but Christia does. Christia is harder to summon than Dark Arm Dragon for sure, but when you do like in the circumstance that you are summoning one of the cards, Christia is usually better to summon than Dark Arm Dragon. Like usually Christia is winning you the game. Dark Arm Dragon sometimes wins you the game, and sometimes it's like a really strong value play, but Christia is like every single time Christia resolves, it just like instantly wins you the game. It's like, okay, well I just win now. Dad needs other cards to win. Norlaris has been MIA. I think Norlaris has a really bad matchup against Vayu Turbo. So, yes, for good reason, Norlaris has been MIA as Vayu Turbo becomes the most popular deck. Christia has a higher ceiling. It has a higher ceiling than Chaos Lightsworn, but it is harder to summon Christia for sure. And you have to play dog shit cards like Shire. Although James Ark's list was also playing some like pretty mediocre cards like Sangan as well. And it's not that Sangan is like a bad card within the context of that deck, or at all in general, but it's just like it's like kind of a weak normal summon in a deck that should have better normal summons. Thoughts on Norlaris Vayu versus regular Vayu? Regular Vayu is better. I think that there's no question in my mind that regular Vayu is better than Norlaris Vayu. Because regular Vayu beats Norlaris Vayu and doesn't have to play Norlaris. Like, that's it. And I also think that Norlaris Vayu is not even the best Norlaris deck. I think Norlaris Dragons is better than Norlaris Vayu. If you're going to Norlaris and blow up the field, summoning an Armed Wing isn't even good. Your opponent just resolves a Caius, and then you're just like, well, fuck me. Like, they immediately come back. Right? There are a million cards that deal with Armed Wing. There are not so many cards that deal with, like, double Red Eyes. Or, like, it's, like, a lot harder, basically. So I think that has better upside. Plus, like, the Dragon deck has feature fusion, and it has other auto win angles, and it can play without Norlaris a little bit better. Whereas I think Norlaris value can't really play without going for Norlaris as well as everyone postures like it can, because it's just like if you don't Norlaris, then you like struggle with shit like Drill Warrior, Titania, all that sort of stuff. Need to play Divine Wrath. What? No. No, you don't play either of those cards. You play Prohibition. Because you just activate it and name Crow. And you can do this turn 1. So no, you don't play Divine Wrath. You play Prohibition. You play Prohibition for Crow. If you were going to play countermeasures for Crow, Divine Wrath is terrible. And Heroes Rule 2 is a meme. That's a fucking meme card. You would just play Prohibition. And Prohibition can also name Herald of Orange Light if you're playing against fairies. So if you're playing Norlaris, you just play Prohibition if you want to counter Crow. But even better than that, in the Dragon version, you can have Infernal Dragon, and you can just deck dev them, and then they can't hand trap you at all. So, do I think Chain Burn can make a comeback? Yeah, I think Chain Burn's pretty good. I think that's a good deck. Okay, let's get into my personal predictions here. Would Dragon or Luris play Trade-In and Blue Eyes? It plays Trade-In, but not Blue Eyes. So we kind of know what the meta is, right? We kind of know the meta is like this Chaos Sorcerer is interesting. The meta probably looks something like this in order of like stuff that's performed. You dropped Prohibition, but you're playing Heroes Rule 2. Make it make sense, Martine. That doesn't make sense. Heroes Rule 2, it does the same thing, but it's more narrow and worse in every way. Okay. Yeah, Value's had a good few months. It's kind of become the new Black Wings. Dark Gaia, that's another. We'll put Dark Calling for the Dark Gaia. That deck's had a few top 8s here and there. It's had some good runs. Yeah, Dark Gaia is pretty strong. Man, the metagame's pretty nuts right now. It's pretty wide open. There are a lot of decks that could do well, and this isn't even like everything that I think could do well. Yo, thank you for re-upping, Joseph S., my guy. I love this format too. It's gonna be really fun. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. I think this deck, I think the Dragon deck is super well positioned right now. Like if you look at the decks that are good, okay, Amaryllis, pretty tough matchup for Dragons. Machina can be a tough matchup for Dragons, but the Machina decks lately have been like way less Gadget Smashing Ground, which is hard for Dragons, and way more Hamster Raikou, which is actually good for Dragons. So I think Drago's really well positioned. Like obviously it cooks Norlaris, it cooks Vayu, it cooks Christia decks. Because as long as you can just stick a Drago, like you just instant win versus those decks. And then it also has like random good matchups. Like it's pretty good versus Diva Hero. It's pretty good versus Zombies. It's obviously insane versus Twilight. It's good versus Frogs. We should put Frog in there as well. Dragons are really good versus Frogs. And so, and it's also good in the mirror match. Like having the heavy counts of Drago game 1 versus the Super Rejuvenation deck is fucking crazy. You just summon one of these guys, and it's usually pretty tough for them to win. You struggle against Vayu lately. You feel like it's tough attacking to a set Raikou. They just kill your Drago or deprison your what? I can't read that. Anyway, no, that matchup's good for Dragons. If you know what you're doing, it should be a good matchup. Just because your deck like plays into Raikou pretty well. Like if you attack a Raikou with a Wyvern, like that's just a solid +1. You're just happy about that. You know what I mean? The thing you have to be careful of from that deck is like Caius. That's the annoying card. I think Caius and Deprison are like the two annoying cards. So, you could side like heavy counts of Knock, or you could side like Pulling the Rugs, or you could side like. There's a whole bunch of shit you could side for that matchup. You could even go as far as to side Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. It's pretty good versus that deck. And you don't necessarily need your Red Eyes effect to beat them. You just need to be able to summon a Red Eyes. And you can summon Red Eyes under the, what is it? Shadow Mirror. So like if you're really struggling with Vayu, you can side more aggressively for them. Because the only dark monster in the dragon deck is what is that card? Red Eyes. And if you have a Shadow Mirror up, like, it's so much worse for your opponent than it is for you. Anyway. Thoughts on Lava Golem tech in plant decks? I literally posted a video this morning with the Lava Golem tech in the plant decks. Yeah, what were we talking about? I think Dragons has a good time right now. I think it shouldn't be slept on. What other decks are there? Guess that kind of sums it up. Yeah, that kind of sums it up. Signups are open, by the way. If you guys want to sign up for RBET, the signups are open. In the Discord in the description below. Anyway, what were we talking about? The Prism build has seen the most tops, correct? Dark Gaia? Yeah, but like most meaning like by one. Like it's such small data. When does it start? 7 a.m. Pacific. So I believe it's like, what, 10 a.m. Eastern? Something like that. It's a European-friendly time. Just so Europe doesn't have to play well into the night. That's early? Yeah. Yeah, it is early. Every other event, I wanted to make sure Europe didn't get fucked, because they got fucked by Konami this year. So it'd be funny if they just got fucked by me as well, but nah. There's a couple of Europe events. This one's going to be a Europe-friendly time. I mean, anyone can enter, but it's just a time that's more friendly for Europe, right? What are we doing here? We're predicting. Is that what we were doing? If you sign up now and you want to change your deck, yeah, you can. You just re-sign up. As long as you're fully ready to go by 6:45 a.m. tomorrow. PST. 6:45 a.m. PST. That's when signups go. They close 15 minutes before the tournament starts. Okay, so we've got some predictions here. We got some ideas on what could be good. I think any one of these 15 decks winning would not surprise me. That's crazy to say, but if any one of these 15 decks won, I would not be surprised. Could I see Gemini do it? No. I think the deck's a little underpowered. I don't think people are playing the best list, which I think is the Chaos Gemini. I think that's the best way to play that deck. Diva Hero needs to get its first place at an RBET. Yeah, it's never won an RBET. It's gotten a lot of second places, but it's never won. Same thing with Christia Sworn. It's never won, but it's gotten a lot. It's gotten really close. Amaryllis has only topped one RBET. So there's that. And people have shied away from a lot. Like, a lot of the top players have shied away from a lot of these decks for some reason. Do I think Chainburn can top? Absolutely. I think Chainburn is a great deck. Like, I think it's just a really solid deck. Every time I play it, I'm impressed. I'll say that much. And if your opponent doesn't have sideboard cards for it, you're probably just winning. But if they have sideboard cards for it, it's tough. Chainburn goated. It's good. It's for sure good. Solid deck. Very, very solid. Yeah. The thing that really held Chainburn back was like the Blackwing matchup sucks ass. That's like the worst matchup. I'd love to see Dark Gaia come back and do something. It topped the last RBET, so that'd be cool if it did back-to-backs. Just going to play macro for 3 rounds and ruin someone's day, then drop. Hey, Krabs Crypto, do you. If that's what you want to do, then you do it. But, you know, is that the best use of your time? Like, does that really feel good for you? If it does, then sure, go for it. That's cool, I guess. Well, these are the decks I expect. I think... If someone good plays dragons, it's a pretty free win. I feel like it just does too well against Value Turbo and like Lightsworn decks and like zombie decks and frogs. I think dragons just clears those 4 decks really easily. Obviously probably struggles the most with Value Turbo because that deck has the most spell removal, and that can be annoying. But if you're not an idiot, then like spell removal is whatever. You can play through it. Leverage your haymakers. I think if someone smart plays dragons, it wins tomorrow. But it really depends on who's playing it, because it's a really high skill ceiling deck. It's a deck that is really hard to play. What's up, Bernard? How you doing? Gadgets have been literally nowhere. Gadgets have been literally nowhere to be seen. Yeah. Trust in Necro Valley, Gravekeeper. Dude, last RBET I predicted Gravekeepers would win. And they were just nowhere. Nobody played them. Nobody entered RBET with Gravekeepers. I'm just like, what? Dude, look at read Necro Valley, then read Vayu. Like, what? Like, what? This card's fucking crazy versus, like, look at the top 5 decks. It's crazy versus all of these. It's good versus all 4 or 5 of these decks. Or not top 5. I mean, Dark Calling is not a top 5 deck. I mean, representation, Black Wings is still like 3rd, I think. Anywhere between 3rd and 4th. I think Machina, I think it's like zombies, from what I remember. It's like Vayu, Frogs, Black Wings, Zombies, Machina, Christia for the last few tournaments. These have been like the Christia Lightsworn, I think. Quick Draw Alias Hero might have been higher than Quick Draw Lights or Christia Lightsworn or Diva Hero. I don't remember where the heroes placed, but I remember they were like lower than Machina. But these were the most 5 played decks. It was Vayu, Treeborn, and then Vayu, Frogs, Black Wings, Zombies, and Machina. Those were the top 5 most played in the last few tournaments. So, if you're trying to beat these 5 decks, like Dragons does really well against 4 of them. And then Machina's a tough matchup. Like, inarguably, Machina is the hardest matchup for Dragons, but you can side really heavily for it. What do I think of playing Dark Tinker Instant Fusion? I would rather just play a better tuner. I don't know, man. If a card is strictly outclassed, I would never recommend playing it. It needs to have some use other than that. Like, you need to have a reason to be playing a worse card. And usually there isn't a good enough reason to be playing a worse card. It's the only level 2 tuner fiend. It doesn't even have attack points that make the Dark Calling worth doing. It has 1,000 attack points. What am I doing? Summoning a fucking 2,000 Dark Gaia? Like, who cares? Is Norlaris dead now? I just don't think Norlaris is, like Norlaris is good, but I just don't think people are going to play it, A. And B, I don't think anyone good is going to play it. So I don't think it's worth including. Norlaris is actually a pretty skill-testing deck. I think you have to have a certain level of skill to play Norlaris at the top level. But I don't think anyone good is going to bring Norlaris. Because if you look at the top most played decks, it's Vayu and Frogs. And these 2 decks beat the fuck out of Norlaris. So it's like, why would you want to play Norlaris into these 2 decks? I had it like A tier a year ago. Yeah, because it won an Ultimate Time Wizard. And I was just like, well, it won. And people are going to bitch if I don't put it high. I think it's a fine deck, but I don't think anyone good is going to pick it over one of these other decks. And also the metagame was different a year ago. Like, I think Norlaris is genuinely a lot better versus Black Wings than it is versus, like, Vayu Turbo, for example. And Black Wings was the most popular deck a year ago. The meta changes. That's why I have things in different tiers at different times. Neospatian, get the fuck out of here. That deck is garbage. That deck is unplayable garbage. You're playing, like... Look at this. Look at this. Let me show you something. Or, you know, whatever. Okay, look at this. Look at this. How many cards is this? How many cards is this? Yeah, Renard Chaos Rusher represents Twilight Lightsworn. How many cards is this? This is 11 fucking cards to search Grand Mole. Like, what? I don't need an 11 card engine to get nowhere. Like, this is like 11 really bad cards in your deck to play Grand Mole. You could just cut all 11 of those, play a good deck, and add a Grand Mole. That's it. There's no reason to play Neospatians. Yeah, the only reason Twilight's on here is because I know that there is a good player in the name of James Ark who has been having success with Twilight. That's all it takes. Is like, is there a good player playing the deck? And if there is, then shit, I'll put it on here. Like, what was it? Like, last year, someone was playing like Gigaplant combo. I think it was like Pro Storm. And I'm like, if Pro Storm is taking Gigaplant combo seriously, it's instantly a contender because he's just that much better than everyone else. Like, the average player is not going to beat a good player with any of these 15 decks. Straight up. That's just how it works. That's how it works. I don't know. That's just the game. There's not enough variance in the format to consistently beat good players. Like, if a good player is playing any one of these 15 decks, chances are they're beating someone no matter what they're playing. Your best combo is Grand Mole plus Trag plus what? What is that last word? Loig? What is... Oh, Legacy of Yada Garasu? Is it Legacy of Yada Garasu? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good combo. I've played all three of those cards in Fairies. Loki, if you get out Grandma with Ultimate Offering, is kind of like a lock. Yeah, that was my innovation to put that in the Gemini deck because of Ultimate Offering. The first time I played the Gemini deck, I think I stole it from someone else, actually. I stole the idea because someone else was playing Ultimate Offering Grandma in like a different deck, and I like stole it and put it in the Gemini deck. Trying to think. Might mess around and play Plant Zombie tomorrow. It did okay. I think it topped... No, it got 10th at Ultimate Time Wizard Raleigh. Which, if you think about it, is like 6-2. Like, okay. 6-2 is pretty good, but it's not 11-0, brother. It's not 11-0. A lock that costs 500 each battle phase, it's usually worth it. So, now that we're all here, everybody smash like on the stream. And then as soon as you're done smashing like on the stream, tell me what you think is winning tomorrow. I need to hear what everyone thinks is winning tomorrow. The Quick Draw Volcanic deck, that deck is good. Brett says me as the creator wasn't playing it. I still think your best list was the one that had the one quick draw. I think that was the best list. Crabs Crypto says Flamvel chances. This is your time to predict. This is your time to predict. This is not... You predict, you smash like, and then you predict. That's how this goes. What's up, Antonio? How you doing? Crazy 6-day tornadoes. One was super close to your house, but ready to play tomorrow. Dude, you got the killer instinct. You're like, you've survived a tornado. How bad could a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament be? I expect to see you in Top Cut, brother. Good luck. Tyler Stepp says you could see Macro Monarch doing well. Why? It has never done well. It has never been a deck that worked. Did I see James Ark's Twilight deck? I did. It's a very cool list. I think it's pretty cool. I think he has some good sensibilities behind his list. That guy is known for making very consistent lists because he plays a fuck ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! Edison format will be the winner. Say less. Say less. You go with Christia Sworn. That's a good pick. All right, let's take a look at who's in the tournament. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up the bracket. We can see who's signed up so far. And if you haven't already signed up, make sure you do that before the signups close tomorrow morning. Because it would be a shame if you were to miss the signups. It would be a shame if you were to miss them. Hold on, I am pulling up the bracket. One moment. Who so far hath entered this event? We got 57 players entered so far. Of the players, I recognize Beast Mode. I recognize New Syntax. He's in chat right now. I recognize Cold Madness, winner of the last RBET. I recognize Yondame, strong player. Muratosh, I recognize them from the messages in the Discord. Apropos, very strong player. I'm missing some. I'm not looking at this right. I recognize Captain Keebler. He plays a lot. Wasn't Carpath entered? He was. Carpath is entered, ladies and gentlemen. Carpath is in the building. All right, a lot of people have entered so far. That's going to be cool. Usually this is only about a quarter of the people who will be entered. So it's kind of hard to tell. But the previous winner is entering. I know he's won a tournament with Fairies and he's won a tournament with Value Turbo. So he has a pretty wide range. If Cold Madness is going to play again tomorrow, he could play a different deck. You played against Beast Mode at Regionals and you believe in the power. Beast Mode has a knack for topping. He tops almost every tournament he enters. So that's a pretty safe bet, Nylon. That being said, Beast Mode's been on a break and the metagame has changed a lot. And people have gotten better since Beast Mode used to top. A lot better. Your average player compared today than last year is already, significantly better. That being said, I still think his chances are good. So I'm going to put Zombies for a tentative top 8 pick. If he plays Zombies. I am going to put Christia Sworn for a tentative top 8 pick. I do believe Christia Sworn is a very strong deck. It almost won the last RBT and put 2 of them into top 8. And usually there are some good players playing Christia Sworn. So I'm going to put these 2 up there. I don't think we'll see a top 8 without Vayu, just because of how many people will enter with Vayu. Because it is the most represented deck, just a numbers game, it'll end up in top 8. We've seen the last 2 major top 8s had no Black Wings. So I'm kind of predicting that trend to continue. Although that is pretty crazy. Do you remember last year when everyone was like, oh, Edison solved. Black Wings is the best deck. And now we've got 2 back-to-back major tournaments where they haven't even topped and so few people are playing it. It's what? Tristan says, what about Fairies? I don't think there is a player willing. I don't think there's a player willing or good enough to play that deck. It's on God. But if there is a player, it's going to be Cold Madness, and he might win the whole event. So, I don't know. Would you say you need luck to top with Frogs, considering the hate post side? I think you need an incredible amount of skill to top with Frogs. I think Frogs is one of the hardest decks to play at the top level. There are very few players who can pilot Frogs to consistent top 8s. It's a much harder deck. You're playing Fairy, prepared to lose? Oh, shit. Okay. We'll throw that bitch in there. I know you've been cooking with that. I'm not going to say your tech, because there may be ops in the chat, but I know you've been cooking some stuff. If Brett plays Fairy, I'll put it chances to top. If Ark plays Twilight, I'll put it chances to top. I think that would be a safe assumption. If Lil Man enters with Amaryllis, we could see it top. Although Amaryllis hasn't really done that well outside of the paper game. I feel like Amaryllis online is kind of... it's fallen short. I also think their list is like not great. There's always ops, but you're confident in the list. You're going to play it at a 1K Sunday? Hell yeah, dude. Good luck. I think these 5 would be like my picks, but like my meta pick is like if someone good just plays the triple Drago Dragon deck, they will fucking cook the whole tournament. Like it is... I'm not saying someone will, but I'm saying if someone good does play the deck, it's such an insane deck. It's like so good versus these 5. It's so good versus these 5. Dragon Turbo, if Ghost Rider enters, is always in contention. Machina's been having kind of a hot year. I'm saying you should enter, Joseph, if you can, if you're capable, if you're available, I should say. It's really hard to predict that any of these decks will do well outside of like Black Wings and Dragons. Frogs obviously consistently tops. There's usually like one good player playing like Hero Frogs. I'll put Frogs in there. I'll put Frogs in it. So my top 8 predictions right now is like this 6 based off of who we've seen enter. But if someone good were to play the triple Drago deck, I feel like they'd win. I feel like it wouldn't be a competition. Like this deck just smokes all these other decks. You'd love to be up to get your car service early. Hey man, do what you got to do. Take care of your life. Take care of your IRL circumstances. Yu-Gi-Oh can always come second. That's my word of advice for the day. Yu-Gi-Oh always comes second. It's just a fun thing to do when you're free. Leo Power Tool says, hey yo, what's going on? We're predicting RBET. This is the top 8 predictions right now. I'm predicting Christia Sworn, Zombies, Vayu Turbo. If Brett plays Fairies, then I'll put it up here. I'll predict a Brett top 8. It's been too long. That guy is overdue, and he's been killing it. Chaos Sorcerer, Twilight, if Arc plays it. If he doesn't play it, then it's not topping. Like, just objectively. It's not topping unless he plays it. And then Treeborn Frog. Frogs usually make it into top 8 somehow. These are my top 8 predictions. They're really vanilla this time around. But I do think that if someone good plays the triple Drago deck, it just smokes the whole field. It just smokes the whole field, I think. But I don't think anyone will. That's like... I just don't think there will be a player powerful enough to wield this card. But I could very easily see the top 8 being like Cold Madness, Brett, James Arc, Carpath, maybe a Propos, maybe Yondaime. Maybe it's one of those dudes. It's been a while since Black Wings has topped, actually. It's been a few months. Maybe Black Wings. I don't know if they've cooked. I don't know if they've cooked enough. Your side has been for the triple Drago deck. Fitz has wrecked you 2 locals in a row. That's what I'm saying, dude. This deck is fucking crazy. And like, nobody plays it. It's like, what? Like, have you read this card? It just says half of your opponent's deck does nothing. Like, what the fuck is this? This card is insane. And people just don't play it. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh. And the people who do play it are like, they're just playing terribly. And they're just like, man, I keep getting my Drago deprisoned. I don't know what to do. It's like, bro, you gotta force the deprison, then stick the Drago. That's how it's done. Overload the back row, bro. You do see it on ladder a lot more than you used to. That's cool. That's cool. Realistically, though, any of these decks here could do well, and it wouldn't be like the most surprising thing. You see Drago everywhere on ladder? Huh. Maybe it's a popular ladder deck. I don't know. Deck seems great. In my opinion. Seems like it cooks a lot of the top decks. I don't know. Looks like nobody really knows either in the chat. We had people predicting like fucking Ojama and shit. Like, how are you gonna predict Ojama, bro? Like, that's not even one of these decks here. It's crazy. All I know is Herald of Orange Light, Drago, Burial from the Different Dimension, Return from the Different Dimension. These cards are insanely powerful, and they top tournaments. So it's like always a safe bet to say that like some type of Christia deck is going to top 8 and some type of like Raikou Vayu deck is going to top 8. It's like such a safe bet, especially right now with the popularity of those decks being at like all-time highs. Any chance you can give a hot tip for you? You've been struggling with like Giga Salt the past few days and it's really striking nerves. Yeah, that's actually a good one because I get mad too. I just stop playing. Like, I think it's really easy to get mad about a card game when there is something else in your life that makes you upset. Usually, like, if, like, there is another, like, an outside factor, like, work's not going well, or, you know, you're, like, upset about the state of the world, or, like girl stuff isn't going well, or whatever. Usually that plays more a role into your overall like rage and well-being than a stupid card game. Because like at the end of the day, what your body is trying to do is it's trying to be mad. And your brain knows that the game is just a game, but maybe like that anger is not being let out in like healthy ways in like other ways. And maybe it's coming from a different cause. It's coming from a different source. Because your brain doesn't rationalize, like, I should be angry about this game. Your brain just rationalizes, I am angry. And then the game sometimes becomes a conduit for it, I guess. So what I'd recommend is, like, doing a little bit of, like, inward thinking and, like, straight up just like get a piece of paper and just like write down what makes you upset. Like, and then just try to get kind of a grasp on where your emotion is coming from. Cause like it's totally normal to be mad and it's totally normal to get like really salty. Like that's totally normal. But usually if it's like repeatedly happening, if it's happening over and over and over again, it means you're probably stressed somewhere else in your life. And Yu-Gi-Oh is just an outlet or a conduit for that rage. Usually. Sometimes, you know, it could have stuff to do with like diet or like sleeping too as well. It's like it's different for everybody. It really just depends on like whether or not I don't know how to say this, but like Yu-Gi-Oh is not the reason you're mad. Yu-Gi-Oh is just like the excuse that you're mad. If that makes sense. When you get salty, you just play one game of Advance and then get even saltier after double evenly. Yeah. I don't know. I think I usually get salty when, like... I don't think I've been, like, genuinely upset after a game in a really long time. I think, like, I obviously get salty, quote-unquote, on camera, but I'm just playing it up. Like, I literally don't give a shit. But... I don't think I've ever been upset about like a game. If I'm ever playing a game and I'm like actually upset, it's usually for a different reason. That would be my advice. I don't know. I don't know if that's like something that you guys experience. And there's a bunch of different ways to like get in touch with your emotions or whatever the fuck shit that everyone says men need to do. Normally you're super chill, but you had to quit your job recently and you got giga shafted in a construction job immediately after. That makes perfect sense, Leo. That makes perfect sense. It's totally understandable, man. Like, that sucks. That's a really shitty situation. I'm sorry you have to go through that. Like, that fucking sucks. And that sort of thing, it causes a ripple effect. Because, like, you're still you. Like, you can... That bad thing that happens at your job, like, even when you're not at your job, or even when you're not immediately getting fucked over by that emotional stuff stays with you no matter where you go. So, yeah. That's a good way to look at it too, Joseph, is like, you love this game and you love the hobby, and if you're blessed enough to play the game, you have no reason to be salty. That's one way to do it. That's one way to look at it, and it helps a lot of people. I personally try to, like, if I do get salty, I personally try to say it's okay to get salty as well. But that helps prevent the further salt, and it also helps you reflect and see exactly what's going on with the salt, I should say. It helps you kind of grasp and like take preventative measures, because anger is normal and it's human, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Anger is only a problem when you like direct it at someone and like hurt them. But like getting angry and getting upset is totally normal and totally human. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Leo. Yeah, just take a couple days, maybe go for a walk or something. Just clear your head, man. I think that's a great idea. Usually if like I'm not posting, I'm doing the same thing. I'm like just taking a break from the game. So, yeah, I don't know. Good stuff, bruh. That's my advice for getting salty. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Do I have a bingo card for tomorrow yet? No, I don't. I think Ryan and I was working on one. He said it was going to be even more advanced. Anyhow, where the likes at? I'm saying, dude, only 11 likes? That's kind of... It's like people aren't even excited for RBETs anymore. It's like people don't even care. It's like, man, do you understand? This is what the format is built around right now. If this stops happening, if people stop caring about this, then things kind of stop happening, which is fine. And there's nothing wrong with that, but shit, man. Like, I'm doing this at a loss. I'm not really like, I don't know. I don't need to be doing this, you know? Increasing the emotional capacity of the community live. Hopefully, I don't know, man. I've made my fair share of mistakes with regards to anger. Thanks for changing to double elim. No problem. I actually much prefer double elim. I'm actually really excited for tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be fucking great. I love double elimination. It's so much more Chad. Swiss is so cringe. This is going to be hype. If you guys haven't already signed up, make sure and do that. Anyway, we got to decide what's winning tomorrow. What's winning tomorrow? What's winning tomorrow? Is it going to be James Ark with Twilight? That'd be fucking rad. I'm not going to lie. That'd be cool. Is it going to be Brett with fairies? Is it going to be Beast Mode with zombies? Is it going to be Carpath with Thousand Eyes Idol? Just kidding. What is Carpath cooking? Brain Crusher. Carpath with Brain Crusher? Ancient Brain. Double elimination is based. I agree. Wonky says Diva Hero. Who's playing it, though? Who's playing Diva Hero? Blackwing with some new tech. We could see a Propos or Yon Dame with Blackwings win. I could see that. They're both really good. They're both really, really good players. Let's see. Has anyone new signed up in the last 15 seconds? We shall see. Checking out the bracket. Oh, yeah. 7 more players have signed up. Let's go. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Cabin Keebler, he's been kind of playing. He's been gaming, dude. Oh, it could be Cold Madness with Vayu Turbo again. Or Cold Madness could be on something different. He has pretty wide range. Hoping to see Fishborg Blaster in some capacity. That's unfortunate. We probably won't see that deck too much. Not only do I think that the deck is complicated, but I also think it's not very consistent. Because it just has... You're playing a deck with 7 Garnets. Like, minimum 7 Garnets. That is a lot of Garnets. Like, just... That is a lot of bad cards in your deck. That's kind of my issue with Neospatians. Is like, there are a lot of bad cards in your deck. There's a high density of terrible cards. In before Doom Caliber Gadgets take it. Gadgets low-key fucking destroys Vayu Turbo. Like, low-key is really good versus Vayu Turbo. So, if someone wants to play Gadgets and someone wants to cook, I could see it. You predict Carpath enters with Amaryllis. Carpath, I believe his first top was with Amaryllis. Could be wrong about that, though. Might have been with Neospatian. Who's entered? I recognize some of these players, but not a lot of these guys have topped a lot yet so far. Huh. It's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a good one. I think we're going to see some new stuff happen. RBET is always like the peak of innovation. There's always like everyone's always like, I'm going to save my fresh deck for RBET, which they should, because that's when it's the most hype. That's when the most people are watching and the most people are like taking notice. And if you top an RBET, I mean, that's instant Edison clout right there. So, I mean, you want to top with something cool. I don't know, man. I don't know. RBET is like MasterChef. That's a great way of putting it. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Jose? Is that how I pronounce your name? Remember the Turbo Cannon buyout? Yes, exactly. Frogburn. I still think that deck is good. I still think that deck is awesome. People go crazy on the innovation for RBET. I'm excited to see. Remove Brainwashing Spotted. We should play some games. It's Joshua, but in poor. What? What's up, Luxury? Gravekeeper top? That'd be crazy. Imagine. Dude, imagine. Yosue? I will learn it. Imagine Gravekeepers topping. That'd be crazy. That'd be wild. That'd be a different universe. That'd truly be a different universe. We should play some games. Should we play some games? Press 1 if you think we should game tonight. Should we get some dueling going? Press 2 if we should continue discussing the meta and the meta shifts and predictions. Press 1 if we should just play some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Casper Zoo says, for the RBET New York, do we pay in person or PayPal? Check the sign-up sheet. It should tell you how to pay. There should be a Zelle address. That you make the payment to. Okay, looks like we're playing some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Tonight, baby. Let's go. What are we playing? What deck are we playing? Help me. Help me, chat. What deck are we playing? Are we playing Machina? Are we playing something else? Are we playing Inzectors? Just kidding. Wrong era. Wrong era. What's up, Nav? How are you doing tonight? Hope your night is going well. Machina is on the table right now. Volcanic CB with Queen of Terrors. Okay, just relax. Yeah, that's. I'm not. It's the night before. It's RBET Eve. Okay, Tomato. We gotta play something classy. All right, we gotta keep it real. Play Triple Drago. I just posted Triple Drago deck 2 days ago. Actually, yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday? Might have been yesterday. I'm not gonna play it again right now. I just played that deck yesterday. Oh. Should we play gadgets? Is that like a real thing that we should do? That's funny. Is this the one that has like 57 cards in it? It is, dude. This list was tight. I forget whose list this was, but he cooked. This was the list from the birthday bash that got top 4. I think it got second place actually at the birthday bash. All right, press 1 if you want to see this. Press 2 if you want to see something else. All right, I don't know. This is kind of okay. It's not refined. It's unrefined. This is like uncut gems right here. A little bit of a mixed vibe. All right, let's get something a little bit more ubiquitous. All right, let's get something a little bit more ubiquitous. How about Dark Gaia? Should we play Dark Gaia? Hey, that's the list that cheesed you with literally the only 6-card hand that could beat you. Well, he played those 6 cards, so big up. Prisma Gaia? Bleh. I'll play Demise Gaia. I'm never playing Prisma Gaia in my fucking life. That deck is ass. I'll play Demise Gaia, baby. What about anti-meta? Just kidding. Nobody wants to watch that. Play Simorg Dragons. That's gonna be a video next week, so we're sandbagging that one for next week. What about what about Banish? Do you guys remember Banish? Do you guys remember this deck? Where it's just Banish and Banish and Banish? Do you guys remember this deck from the Banish video? It's a pretty good Banish. Why does this deck not have Miracle Fusion? Am I fucking smoking crack? Literally, why is there no Miracle Fusion in this deck? Do we really cut Miracle Fusion for DD Warrior Lady? That sounds terrible. What was I thinking? Play the James Arc Twilight? I don't have it in my builder. So, I would. What was this, Big Twilight? This was in my builder. I was playing Alchemist instead of Reincarnation, or heavier Reincarnation counts. Oh. Wow, it looks like we had some similar ideas. I was playing Alchemist over 3rd Raikou, 3rd Lila, and I was playing 1 Alchemist over Monster Reincarnation. And then he had the Dust Shoot and the other thing mained, and then he had Sangan over Phantom. And he was playing double Crow and no Cyber Dragon, I think. And double Arcus. I don't know if he was playing Cold Wave. I don't remember that. Machina Frogs. That deck's cool. You know what I want to play? I want to play Black Wings. But we're not going to do it. What if we played Chatburn? Have I ever played Vasky Turbo? What are my thoughts? Is it bad? I think it's worse than regular Quick Draw. I also think it's worse than... I think it's worse than... what is that other deck? The other deck that plays Dandelion. Amaryllis. I think it's just like a worse version of those decks. So that's my thoughts. I think it's bad. I think it's cool. I just think it's bad. What about Codaris Gear Town? Codaris Dimensional Gear Town. Anyone? Anyone for some Codaris Dimensional Gear Town? Perhaps. Perhaps not. No, I guess you guys don't want this. I guess you guys don't want it. It's fine. We can do something else. We can play something else. This is a meme deck. This is not a good deck. This is the deck where you draw Gadgetron Dragon, you're like, huh, I literally can't do anything with it. Martine says, where's the Glads? And every time someone asks that, I have the same answer, and it's where they belong. In the fucking garbage bin, bro. In my bulk binder. That's where they belong, dude. I had this fucking Lightsworn deck I was cooking that had Stratos in it. But I can't remember what I saved it as. What is this? Garlandolf Dark Calling. Holy shit. Gadget Wings? Gadget Wings? Do you guys remember Gadget Wings? Pog! Gadget Wings. I love this deck so much. This is one of my favorite decks. This deck is so based. People don't understand. They don't understand this deck. It's the future. Gadget Wings is the future. Oh, this is my favorite. This deck, I know nobody wants to watch this. Nobody wants to watch Gadget Wings, but it's my favorite deck. I love Gadget Wings. Alright, fuck it. We're playing Gadget Wings. Alright, fuck it. This is not good content. Everybody's leaving the stream right now. I'm watching the viewership dip. No! Don't leave. I swear it's good. Good luck. Have fun. Don't leave. I swear. Gadget Wings is a real thing. No. Please, chat. Please. Please don't leave. It's time for Gadget Wings. Let's go, baby. Okay, this hand is clearly good. I don't know, man. This hand's fucking crazy. I'll just pass. Let's take a look. Let's see what we're fighting against. Dude, relax. He's got his own dust shoot. Oh, that is cringe, isn't it? That is cringe, isn't it, chat? Well, clearly Armageddon is more annoying. Plague, Relinquish, Book, Dust Shoot. Okay. Gadget. Fuck. Not my Shura. I needed him. My son, Shura the Blue Flame. Alright, we're both playing with perfect info. It's like we're playing hands open fucking Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Alright. If he draws Brain Control, he can't take the Gale, because he has no non-tuners that he can use with it. He won't expect the gadget goo. He's watching the stream, so he'll probably expect it. But maybe not. Maybe he won't expect it. And maybe I'll just draw a gadget next turn. That would be ideal. I figured I'd set my cards because, like, he knows them. So it's like, what's the purpose of trying to sandbag a bottomless if he just knows that it's there? Yes! Let's fucking go! Red gadgets in chat. Let's go. Yes! Gadget Wings! I am cooking right now. Which one does he search? Red searches green. Dude, I love this deck. I love this deck. Ah! That crowd goes wild. Pass. I wonder if he's learned something. Perhaps, perhaps not. Oh, this is actually bad if he had... What the fuck is this? I'm bottomless that shit. Get that fucking guy out of here. Get that fucking guy out of here. Okay, new one is a new card we don't know. Old one is the Book of Moon. The one on the left is the Book of Moon because he didn't shuffle his hand. Cool. So he's got a book face. Like, whatever. Gadget! Go, go, Gadget! Go, go, Gadget! Gadget Wings! Gadget Wings! Gadget Wings! Gadget Wings! He has to book the Gale out of fear of Kalut. Book the Gale out of fear of Kalut. Wow, he doesn't fear Kalut. Main phase 2 overlay for Cowboy priority? Pass turn. It's fine. He won't be expecting the gadget goo. He truly isn't expecting the gadget goo. Dude, what did I say? Viewership immediately fell. The second I started playing Gadget Wings, I knew this would happen. I knew the casuals couldn't handle it. Only the real heads remain. If you're still here for the gadgets, give me a sign. Give me a sign. Bro has contract relinquished. Now he has Manju. Okay, so this works. This can search another relinquish, and then he can go get another relinquished. Then he can relinquish, and then he can go get another relinquished, and then he can relinquish. But he's dead to what's in my hand, so it doesn't matter. Gadget Wings too strong. Gadget Wings too strong. Facts. Yo, thank you for the gifty. Martine. Thank Joseph S. for the gifty. Gifty's Pog Champ. Thank you for the sign that you are still here. Only a real one who stayed deserves a membership. Facts. Facts. Only someone who was here chilling while the Gadget Wings are happening. What's up, Chaos Sorcerer? How you been? Long time no see. Goodbye, Yellow Gadget. It's been fun. He's dead. He's dead to what we have. He knows that. So he should concede. We're going to Heavy Storm and then attack his relinquished. Okay. Wow, another gifty. Shout out Nab for the gifty. Habitual Muffin. Enjoy the members only content. New members, thank you for tuning in and being a part of this. His deck looked cool. However, Gadget Wings, say less. Say less. We're going second, so Sirocco and Sidra are kind of on my radar. DD Crow's also kind of cool. Got to keep the hype train going. Yo, thank you guys so much. Much appreciated. Would I ever take this to a tourney for fun? I built it, and I was going to go to a tournament with it. And then there was like an emergency situation to where I couldn't go to that tournament. But yes, I have intent to take this deck to a tournament because I think this deck is really fun. I think it's just like silly. It's just good, silly fun, you know? It's probably not a great matchup for Kalut. Or Trag, really. Like, we're probably going to be the aggressors. Yo, Leo, thank you for the gifty. My guy, you guys are awesome. Thank you, everyone. Lose Bell, enjoy your membership. Good on you guys. I think D Prison. Sus. Mirror Force. Sus. Whatever, let's just try this. Member train is leaving the station. Let's go. If you're an E3 member, well, you get access to exclusive stuff. I mean, what else is there to it? Lately, I've been doing this thing where the members get videos a little bit early, too. So, like, basically, I'm going to try to have it where, like, 2 or 3 of the videos every week are, like, members only early. And then you get an exclusive one on top of that. Because then it's like, I don't know. That's pretty cool. That's a lot. For $2.99 a month, that's a lot. At least I feel like it is. This isn't a real card. If the stream gets to 50 likes, I get more gifties. That's on the chat. That's on the chat, dude. That would be hype. I can't lie. Alright, so that's a Jin. Because the only thing he sets in that deck is Jin, the 2000 Jin. I think we just search Green Gadget. And set Pulling the Rug. Or maybe we don't. I think we just search Green Gadget pass. Some of my recent videos have been cracking you up with some of the misplays. The one this morning where the one guy could have made a second drill but didn't. Oh yeah, that was brutal. I feel bad because like I always play things up on camera. So I'm always like more upset than I actually am. But I feel bad because he's like getting back into the game and I was like giving him shit live in front of 1,000 people. It's like kind of a dick move on my part. This guy's playing somehow Neo-Spatian Kaiser Coliseum. Like, what is this Kaiser Coliseum doing? It has not prevented me from doing anything this entire game. You have 2 monsters in play. I can't even put 2 monsters in play. What is the point of this Kaiser Coliseum? Am I missing something here? Like, is that just... I should have set the pulling. What did he search? I didn't even see. Was it Gremel? Yeah, it was Gremel. Okay. Well, Bora, it didn't seem mean-spirited. It never is. I hope it comes across as not mean-spirited. Just like general like YouTube personality shit. No set. Floodgate go burr. I mean, like, what is it stopping me from doing that I couldn't do earlier? Alright, there's Gremel. He's going to put the monster back in my hand. Cool. Passes the turn. We draw Bottomless Trap Hole. Alright. So if we summon Bora, I'm like 99% certain that's a Jin. Like I'm going to take 3. I'm going to even type in 300 right here. It's a Jin, but it's not the one I thought. Wow. Okay. Oh, Tragodia gets summoned. Interesting. Not what I was expecting. I'll be honest. Not what I was expecting. Now he's got the Gremel Tragodia lock on me. That's pretty cool. I mean, whatever. Like, am I end phase discarding a gadget? Really? Make Goyo take the Armageddon. I don't think I can take the Armageddon with Goyo because the Armageddon would go to the grave. I'd have Goyo and he'd have Kaiser, and I couldn't activate the Goyo to special because he'd only have 1 monster. So I don't think I could have done that. I could have Heavy Stormed and then done that, but I don't want to Heavy Storm yet. Alright, whatever. So he's going to have a 3,000 Trag. We're going to take 3,000 this turn, which does suck. Don't get me wrong. Does suck. Later, Joseph. See you tomorrow. Oh, he's just going to attack. That's not what I was expecting at all. But it's pretty good. Damn. That's pretty good. He has this guy to make him unaffected by traps. A lot of moving parts here. Not really sure what the moving parts are for, but... Easy clap. No road. Solemn. Oh, That makes this so much more cringe. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. I guess. Normal. Activate. Yellow. I waited too long, chat. I waited too long. That's on me. I waited too long. I should have done something earlier. I wanted to see more of his deck, honestly. I just waited too long. Grandma. I'm gonna solemn that. Pop that guy. Take 11. Black Illusion Ritual. Sacrifices Trigodia. Special summons relinquished. Why would we not use the Djinn, though? Like, why would we not use the Djinn and make the relinquish unaffected? I feel like that's just the better play. He doesn't want to attack. Alright, sure. Bruh. He's got 1,300. So if I attack, we each take 100. I could crash with the Blizzard. It's not great, is it? Better than nothing. So he doesn't die, but we get another Dark in our grave, and his relinquish goes to 0/0, and I can just kill it next turn. I don't know why he didn't use the Djinn. Like, isn't that the point of the Djinn? That doesn't make sense to me. He could have got us pretty good if he just used the Djinn and then attacked for 25. Like, it's pretty fucking good. We would have had a comeback play, but still, you know? You feel me? Alright, that was a good draw. Let's just win now. Book of Moon? No! No! My Shura. How will I ever win? How will I ever defeat this 0/0 relinquish? Oh my gosh. How will I ever win? Oh, that guy's getting cooked. He's getting bottomless. What does this guy do? Synchro Monsters effects are negated. Ain't nobody summoning a Synchro Monster out here. You know, green gadget effect. Yeah, that's green, right? I clicked the wrong one. Son of a bitch. I attack, we each take 12. He loses the attached. I set this. Do I lose? I might lose this one. On life. I may have punted this. If he has like a weak monster here, he wins. Actually, if he just has any monster here, he wins. So, he needs 850 or more. Attack stat. Normal summon. Why would you activate? Why would you activate the effect? Just fucking send. Just fucking normal attack. Oh my gosh. This is optional, bro. It's optional. Oh my god, we got him. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That was a good game. That was a good game. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Banish. Pop the yellow gadget. Attack the relinquish for game. That's how it's done, folks. GG's. GG's. Gadget Wings. Gadget Wings. Opponent had to mess up a little bit there, though. Alright, that was fun. Next deck. That was fun. That was fun. What are we playing next? What are we playing next? Before we play the next game, we got to get to 25 likes on this stream. So only 4 more likes. I know it's possible. I know it's capable. Treeborn Pog. Truly a Treeborn Pog moment. That was pretty cool. That worked out well. Back to the RBET predictions. Gadget Wings. Gadget Wings. Gadget Wings. Gadget Wings. What if Gadget Wings wins the whole RBET? Imagine. Imagine. It could happen. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it could happen. It could happen to any one of you guys. Any one of you guys could lose to Gadget Wings. No one is safe. No one is safe from Gadget Wings. That's crazy. That's crazy. GK gadgets. So I search gadget, then I royal tribute, discard it. God damn. Do you guys know who Tord Reklev is? Any Tord Reklev fans in the chat? That shit's crazy. What are we playing next? Huh? What's the move? What is this? Huh. Evil Hero Dark Gaia. Viewers came back. Yeah, after Gadget Wings is done, the viewers all came back. What are we playing next, viewers? Nobody's saying anything. Nobody wants to see any deck be played, any specific deck be played. This has been low-key a chill. Viewers left to try to play me. Actually, that might have been it. That might have been it. It's been a really chill live stream. One of the more chill ones for sure. What's this? Check my DMs. Play that. Okay, give me a second. I'm apparently checking my DMs. From New Syntax. Let's see it. I'm pulling it up on stream if you don't mind. Big Fairy would be cool. When does the tournament start? Tomorrow. Dude, I am not playing this. I'm sorry. Get this fucking shit out of here. Get this shit out of here. All right, we got the live stream bingo card courtesy of Ryanide. I'm gonna pull that bad boy up. We're gonna get our bingo ready for RBET bingo. I know a lot of people fuck with this. Okay, here's the RBET bingo. Did I see Imperial Custom main deck? I did not even make it to the trap lineup before I closed out of that. Dark World, Dark Gaia, cook it up. I could, but let's take a look at this. We've got Ruling Dispute, Black Rose Dragon second effect, Accidental Zoom, Alt Art garbage. I hope this one never gets checked. Grand Mole bounces extra deck monster. I like that one a lot, actually. That's a cool one. That's a new one. Dark Calling resolves. That's a new one too. That's really cool. Army Arm burn for lethal. That's a sick one. Past RBET winner loses a match. That's kind of cool. Two 2800 attack monsters crash. Amaryllis Mirror or like Dark Armed into Titanial. Okay, that's really sick. We've got a new Colossal into Titanial as well. Could happen. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is sick. This is actually sick. We got some cool ones in here. And everybody's bingo card is different. I mean, there's a ton of different options. So if you click on that link and you want to play RBET bingo alongside it with us, Goyo and Red Med, yeah, that could happen as well. There are a lot of 2800 monsters. Let's actually hold on. Let me load up a different. Here we are. RBT. No, that's RBCT prediction. This is RBET predictions, bro. Okay. Monster attack exactly 2800. Release date and Edison format. Search. JX89 sent me a deck. What is this? Are we just pivoting to looking at people's decks now? Is that the goal? I'm not playing Neospatians. You couldn't pay me to play Neospatians. Oh wait, this isn't Neospatians. This is just like a dark good stuff deck. It's kind of cool. Hey, I kind of like this. That's a sick deck. Anyway. That's actually a cool deck. We'll come back to that. Saint Joan. What if someone makes Saint Joan and then crashes it with Dark Armed? That'd be an achievement unlock. Despair from the Dark. A card that I always think should see more play than it does. Armed Dragon. Forget Dark Armed Dragon. Just Armed Dragon. I actually think Armed Dragon is pretty good. Like, you can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, destroy all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than equal to that. That's pretty fucking good effect. He has a built-in lightning vortex. It's kind of cash money. Metal Armored Bug. Doom Dozer. We could see a Doom Dozer crash. Coelacanth 2800. Light and Darkness Dragon could crash. Red Eyes Darkness Metal being the only card that can summon itself from the deck is so sick. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Red Eyes Black Metal? What? This guy? Oh. Yeah. Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. Yeah. Must be special summoned from your deck by tributing Red Eyes Black Dragon equipped with Metamorph. That's crazy. That's some fucking Panglacial Worm shit. For those of you who know. Dude, you guys know this card? It's such an insane card. This is one of the most insane cards ever designed. This is like, you want to have Ruling Nightmares? This card is a Ruling Nightmare. While you're searching your library, you may play Panglacial Worm from your deck. That is a Ruling Nightmare. That's got to be similar to Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon in that situation. It's just like, dude, what the fuck? So you have to cast it in the middle of card resolutions. It's such a nightmare, dude. It doesn't make, and there's like so many like awful situations as a result of it existing. Doom Dozer could be, we could see it. We saw it Voltanus recently. You have to have the mana though. Oh man, if you're playing this deck, if you're playing Panglacial Worm, you have the mana. All right, the mana is not the problem. The problem is the 18 judge calls you have to go through and appeal to make sure you can cast it. Must have the mana. Yes, you have to have the mana. Titanial, Christia, Red Eyes, Gaia Plate. Although he would have to attack into a 5600 monster to crash. That'd be funny. Yeah, Colossal, Goyo, Nitro Warrior, all these come up. Vendalgian Loki. We could actually see Silverwind. That's another one. There's a lot of 2800 monsters. It's kind of a benchmark. Kind of a big benchmark. I always liked this card. This is one of my favorite cards as a kid. Zera the Mant. You want to know why it was one of my favorite cards? It's because it was a card I could color myself. Like, I could draw this picture. And I was like, this guy's badass. He's fucking Ritual Monster. Zero the Mant. What the fuck is a Mant? He's the Mant, bro. He's the Mant. Your stream messed up. Why are we looking for 2800s? Bingo, baby. Bingo. Play along with it. Secret Rare Premium Pack Zera is pretty sick. Is that a real thing? I can't believe I don't own one of those. That's pretty hype. What does this motherfucker do? Cannot be special summoned? Say less. We are not reading that. Infernal Incinerator. This card can only be normal summoned or set by discarding all other cards in your hand and attributing one card you control with 2000 or more attack. What the fuck? I've never seen this card before. Infernal Incinerator. What a terrible card. Zero printed after level 8 rituals with effects and high attack by years in TCG. Maybe? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think Demise came out before Zero, right? But Zero was like around in OCG. That's why I always liked it. It had like this allure of like, when is it coming out? You think Diablosis is a burn card? Well, I ain't reading it. Incinerator came in the Chaz pack. Dude, what about this guy? This guy's seen some play. People like this card. There's like a group of people who love the hand loop guy. Like he has a solid fan base. We could see a Fusilier Skill Drain Machina get to 2800. What about Belial, the Marquis of Darkness? Your opponent cannot target any monster you control for an attack or with spells or traps. What a terrible card. What a just really bad card. Green Gadget with limited removal. Okay. XYZ Dragon Cannon. Cyber Twin Dragon. I've summoned this card once. Ever. I've actually summoned Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon significantly more than I've summoned Cyber Twin Dragon. And that's pretty funny, I think. Draconic Knight has a weird effect. You're pretty sure it doesn't come up often. Who's that guy? Where is he at? Oh, this guy. When the effective opponent's monster is activated that targets and destroys a card you control, you can send the targeted card to the graveyard and special summon this card from your hand. Yeah, people used to side this. You would side it because you would go like set monster pass into Raikou, and then they'd flip Raikou, target your set monster, and then you'd bring out the Draconic Knight. It's not very good, but it's like a random 28 beater, and it's a dragon. But people used to side it. I think in Disaster Dragon. It's not good though. It just doesn't come up. Because there's not much targeted destruction outside of Raikou in the format. There are so many random Dragon Jump cards like Genesis Dragon. Dude, Genesis Dragon is good. Like, this card is just good. Once per turn, you can send one Dragon-type monster from your graveyard, add one Dragon-type monster from your graveyard to your hand. So there's a loop with this, where if you had Light and Darkness Dragon, and you had Red Eyes Darkness Metal, you go Red Eyes Darkness, bring out Genesis, and then you would double tribute for Light and Darkness. And then if Light and Darkness died, you would bring out Red Eyes, and then Red Eyes would bring out Genesis, and then Genesis can get the Light and Darkness back. Genesis Dragons are over $20. No shot. That's crazy. No way. You're lying. I don't believe it. I don't own one, so that'd be kind of tragic. I'm looking it up right now. Lies and Slander. There's like too many printings of this card. What? Is there not? Is there really only one printing of it? Isn't there a common one? I remember there being like a Gold Series one. Yeah, Gold Series 4 Genesis Dragon is like 25 cents. Yeah. Yeah. If you have an ultra rare copy of it, it's like $20, but the common one is like 5 cents. Yeah, I knew this card was not that expensive. I was about to be like, what the fuck? Is there a modern combo with this shit? I played promos, they're like $12. There's a card that came out after it, Divine Dragon Apocryph. This card is actually really good. This card was like, you would recreate the Lad Loop with this instead of the other guy. And he's so much better. Because he can discard any card. He's a dark. And you can normal summon him. So like he's just like a good card. And you can get him off Master Dragon too. One second, guys. I'm just turning on the heat. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. The problem is that nobody would really buy it from you. That's the problem with all trading cards. Is that nobody wants to pay money for them when you need money for them. like that's the biggest problem. It's like, this card is worth $20. Sure. But if you needed to liquidate, realistically, what is that card worth? Probably like $3. Because like, the demand just isn't there. There are very few cards that are like super liquid like that, especially in Yu-Gi-Oh! One of the most liquid cards is actually Nimble Mega Hamster. This is one of the best cards you can buy because everyone will buy them from you at like near face value. Like worst case scenario, you're getting a 90% return on a Nimble Mega Hamster. So if you penny stock something, or just, it's not even a penny stock, it's like a $10 card. But you picked up Substitute last week for $3, ironically. It's not ironic because the reprint was announced. They're reprinting Light of Destruction. They're just doing a full unlimited print run of Light of Destruction, and Substitute's in that set. So the reprint's been announced. The Super Nimble Mega Hamster standard. Yeah, it used to be the Kaya standard, but that card's been reprinted to death. Generally speaking, money in trading card games is like the real money is in having bulk of like staples. That's where the real money's at. Is just have a shitload of Kaiases, a shitload of hamsters, because people will always buy them. And you can liquidate them super easily. Like, you just list a set of hamsters, it'll probably go in like a day or two. And you don't even have to list them that much lower than the market price. When the Edison Masters set coming out, they're just straight up reprinting Light of Destruction. Like, that is about as Edison Masters as it gets. There's gonna be a new Ghost Rare Honest, I believe. And there's gonna be ultis in it too. So we're gonna get like a new print ulti Celestia. How do you guys feel about that? I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's gonna look kind of weird. I like want to build a deck, like a Lightsworn deck with all the reprints, just to like look at it and feel like Uncanny Valley. Like, oh, that doesn't look right. Like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like the fucking, what? You have so many values just waiting for them to inevitably go up. They might never inevitably go up. I think Edison format is, I don't know about its growth arc or its growth trajectory. I don't know if it's ever going to grow enough for a card like Vayu or Kaius to be worth significantly more than it is. Wonder if they'll do the same for other retro formats not named GOAT. Maybe. You never really know. It's kind of just like, with Konami, it's just all like, are people going to buy this? Are people going to buy this? So, like, here's the thing. Konami is a business that markets to other businesses. They're not a business that markets to people. Does that make sense? Like, Konami's number one prerogative is to create a product that other businesses want to buy and resell. They're like creating a product for middlemen. So, I don't know. James says, New Ghost Honest, are you an idiot for buying a moderately played first set copy? No. I don't think people are going to like the new ones that much. because they're unlimited. The first ed ones are still going to have the same price tag, I'm pretty sure. They have to sell product that other places can sell. Yeah, basically. They focus on other companies and shareholders. Yeah, they're not a direct-to-consumer company. They don't really give a shit if the product sells well, but they kind of do because it needs to move in order for the suppliers to want to purchase it. Konami equals Tupperware? I don't pick up what you're putting down. You think First Ed Light of Destruction will keep going up? Yeah, I think if you have First Ed cards, you're fine no matter what. They're never going to do first edition print runs ever again for those sets. And even if they do, it'll be a different print quality, so you'll be fine. But, just generally speaking. Yeah, Konami's it's not an MLM. It's just like a business that markets itself to other businesses. Because that's what's profitable, I guess. Like, if you're a business that markets to other businesses, that's when you get into, like, the really big money. If you're a business that's marketing direct to consumer, you're usually, like, you're probably doing okay, but business to business is where you make, like, insane money. Are we ever getting a Light of Destruction reprint in? Yeah, we are. No, yeah, we are. We're getting the full, full thing. Konami is the Federal Reserve. LGSs are banks. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's a better analysis. Business to business, you can charge higher margins. Yeah, basically. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's still interesting though, because they have to do they still have to market to consumers. So it's not entirely business to business. Like, Konami still has to market to consumers, and their product needs to still move units in order for stores to want to keep coming back to it. But their primary audience is whether or not the stores that stock their product are going to buy it. What are the margins on cutting and shipping layered cardboard? You would not believe the margins. It's literally printing money. Card game profit margins. This is actually a really cool discussion. Generally speaking, card games make a profit margin of around 40%, which is fucking insane. It's literally just like printing money. Profit margins refer to the percentage of revenue that remains deducting all expenses after running the business. The most money. Nylon says, don't they lose money overall with each YCS event? Yeah, but it's like a rounding error. It's like literally a rounding error. Most of the 60% of revenue that they get it's not going to the actual printing of the cards themselves. The 60% of the revenue is going to employing skilled R&D who's going to make a good game, and marketing. Those are the two big things. Those are the two big costs. So, like, I would say, like, just off a rough estimate, just from what I know, hold on, we're gonna do a little mathematics here for the chat. I'd say the breakdown in terms of, like, money is probably something like, so just like 40% direct profit, probably like 10% R&D department, 10% distribution, probably like 15 to 25% marketing, and then like actual printing costs are probably like 0.0001%. Like, actual printing, like raw materials and printing presses, you buy them once. It's just a one-time overhead, and then they continue to print money until that machine breaks. Like, that is like most of the other percentages is going to go into like this distribution, and there's probably like fucking CEO greed, like some sort of like pocketing of money somewhere for like the top people, the people who are investors whatever. The actual printing of the cards is probably like such a small cost. The issue is who the fuck is going to buy your cards if your marketing and your R&D isn't good. Like if your card game isn't good and your marketing isn't good, then it doesn't matter that it costs you nothing to print, because you're not going to be doing that sort of margins, if that makes sense. Am I making sense? I don't know if I'm making sense. Every event is basically huge tax write-offs. Yeah, every event is actually falls under, so under this would be YCS, Nats, Worlds, etc. They're actually under the marketing budget. So they fall within the marketing budget. And that's pretty much it. And it's like different sub-factions of the company run different parts of the game. And so it's like very like, I don't know, compartmentalized. Is it too late to sign up for the RBET? No, Boggs, you can still sign up. Hop in the Discord and use the command in the announcements channel, and you can sign up for the RBET. There's currently a thunderstorm happening outside, so if my internet goes out, just a heads up, guys. Just a heads up. All right, what were we talking about? We were talking about something. Money? That reminds me. So in about 10 hours, we're going to be streaming the RBET. Heard Las Vegas is getting slammed this weekend. Yeah, it's very unfortunate because I'm going to a music festival tomorrow in Las Vegas after the RBET stream. And it's an outdoor music festival. So if the weather is bad, I'm going to be fucking bummed. But I'm also kind of okay with it being like rainy and shitty, because that's better than like 100-degree heat, which it normally is around this time. So I'd be kind of chilling with it being shitty, honestly. That reminds me, I need to send a text. All right. You're in Texas and you've also got storms all weekend. Well, fuck me. Also glad it isn't 100. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe. Is I'm just happy it's not a bajillion degrees. A bajalvin degrees, if you will. Are there any cool brews you want to see do well in RBET? Not something good, but something like super, super cool overall. I think Amaryllis Quick Draw is really cool. I think DD Warrior Lady Dragons, I would love to see someone good play that deck. Those are the two ones that like stick out to me as like decks I would really like to see. And then decks that are generally really fun for me to watch are like, I really like watching Black Wings personally. And I really like watching Quick Draw. And I really like watching Fairies when the person is good. I hate watching Fairies when the person is bad. And like Twilight Sworn is pretty fun to watch. If you top, we're doing a video. Yes, we are doing a video, but only if you top Ryanad. You must earn the video. No, I'm just kidding. We can do a video anyway. Not that. Speaking of which, shout out Ryanad for making the bingo card. Absolute goat. If the Light of Destruction reprint does well, what's the next set that gets slotted to go to 0? I don't know. They don't repeat a lot of stuff. What 3 Edison cards would you like to see reprinted in the next OTS pack? I don't know. Iron Chain Dragon? That's a good one. Maybe give him a foil. That'd be pretty cool. Trident Dragon. He'd be a great reprint because you need him for certain decks, and he's played in Modern, so he's like super skyrocketed, and it'd be a good OTS pick because it's played in Modern, so it'd be like kind of cool. And then I think, those are the first two that come to mind. The two synchros, Iron Chain and Trident. Other than that, fucking Amaryllis, of course. Amaryllis needs a reprint super badly, but it's banned, so they wouldn't put it in, it's banned in Modern, so they wouldn't put it in. You didn't get the Speed Duel set in EU? That's so fucked. That's so fucked. Ulti Raikou would go dummy hard. Only issue with that is it would have the fucking Modern errata on it. Miss me with that shit. Disgusting. Disgusting. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot use the Modern erratas. I have to use the Edison accurate errata. That's my hard, full stop. I actually think there'd be some sick one. Like, dude, an Ultimate Rare Mirror Force, that'd be fucking sweet. Like an Ulti Mirror Force, dude, that would fucking rock. They haven't done anything like that for Mirror Force. An Ulti Mirror Force would slap. Substitoad just got reprinted, Antonio. Substitoad's in the Light of Destruction set. Trapdoor Shoot would be interesting, but once again, it's banned in Modern. I'm like trying to think something that like a Modern player wouldn't hate opening. Ulti Torrential. They have a Collector's Rare Torrential, which is basically like the Ulti. Unban Heavy Storm and reprinted as an Ulti. That's not bad, Eric. That would actually be really cool. Yeah, I feel like they could unban Heavy Storm. They have... Dude, tell me why Feather Duster is... in Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Feather Duster is legal, but Heavy Storm is not. Like, that's so fucking stupid. It's just so fucking stupid. I don't... Like, what? Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list is so dumb. Like, fucking Change of Hearts at 1, Snatch Steals at 1, Mind Control... What is it? Mind Control's at 3. Like, what? Just put them all at 3. Fuck it. Artifacts and Unchained. Yeah, I don't know. My first few picks will be Iron Chain, Trident, Dragon. My 3. If I had to pick 3, those would be my 3. The problem is we end up using Heavy to pop our own stuff, apparently. I can't even think of, like, a situation where Heavy Storm would be so absurdly broken. Like, in Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, there's just nothing that you would want to pop on your own side of the field that, like, goes crazy like that. Like, are any Light of Destruction cards banned? Would be interesting for a mindset there. Okay, let's see. How do we search that? We would just search cards that are limited to 0. And we would go through them by release date. So obviously these are all banned. And these are all bans. Tempest Magician? Are any of these cards in Light of Destruction that we're looking at here? Light of Destruction was before Synchros, right? It was like this era, kind of. Or was it after Synchros? I don't remember. Set 3, Waking the Dragon, pop with Heavy. You can't even activate Waking the Dragon, though. Because you set it that turn. Like, there's nothing you can do with Heavy Storm that's super broken on turn 1. Summon Limit? Okay, Summon Limit's in Light of Destruction. Yeah. Okay. There's one banned card in Light of Destruction. Chaotic Meatball just raided. Hello. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in from Chaotic Meatball's stream. We're streaming a little bit of Edison format action. We're talking about RBET tomorrow. Thank you so much for raiding, my guy. Welcome in. If you guys like Yu-Gi-Oh! How am I doing? I'm doing great. How are you doing, Mr. Meatball? Long time no chat. We gotta catch up soon. Are you going to any events this year, Chaotic Meatball? Keck W. Keck W. Let's go. The reprint was already in the works. Yeah, I think so too. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you guys like Edison format, if you guys like Yu-Gi-Oh, consider subscribing. We throw the biggest Edison format Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments on this channel, and tomorrow's going to be one of the biggest ever. It's going to be really sick. What's up, Chew? B52 Bomber. Shout out you guys. RBET LA is on Father's Day weekend, so you're on the fence, most likely not going. I'm sorry to hear that, James. It was unfortunately the only weekend we had to work with that gave us enough time to market, but also didn't conflict with the Konami event. You're already subbed. Thank you so much, Chew. Much appreciated. Just interesting to see what Konami is thinking. I know we love the meme, but they're not, but surely there's something. What is it? Something what? There? Oh yeah, totally. It's mostly like people's perspective of it is like, how do I say this? Like, people think Konami is one guy. Like, people think Konami is like this one dude who's making all these stupid decisions. When in reality, it's like a bajillion like uncoordinated interns. Like, this is the like what people think versus what is reality. I think once you change your expectations of like a corporation to just be like a bunch of people just like you trying to make something work all together and like kind of fumbling a little bit, then it makes a lot more sense why certain things happen and why they happen the way they do. And why like silly little mistakes happen. It's just like usually silly little mistakes are one of these 100,000 uncoordinated interns just like fucking shit up. Who makes the ban lists? Jeff. John Konami. Scotty Konami, yes. It's just one guy with a dartboard who's never played Yu-Gi-Oh! And he just has a bunch of cards that are like pitched to him in a boardroom meeting on the dartboard, and he just throws darts. There's one dartboard that has the cards on it, and there's one dartboard that has the numbers. And wherever the darts land, he bans or limits or semi-limits those cards. Like, let's get into it. Let's actually get into it for a second here. Like, if you look at the cards that are limited to 1. Cyberjar, a flip effect monster. A flip effect monster is limited to 1. Same thing with Morphing Jar. In modern Yu-Gi-Oh, a flip effect monster is limited to 1. Okay, that's cool. That's weird. That's interesting. What else? Time Seal is limited to 1. In a game where there's 2 turns, a card that takes effect on turn 3 is limited to 1. Like, there's just so many like silly little choices, you know what I mean? It's actually a council. No, it's Scotty Konami. I talked to Chaotic Meatball and he told me it was Scotty Konami with the dartboard, with the darts. This was fun, but time for bed. See you tomorrow, Antonio. Get some rest. Hope you'll be ready for the RBET in the morning. The dartboard makes no sense when you consider the no snake I hit. Dude, he just missed all the darts, bro. What can I tell you? They all hit the wall that day. The no snake I hit is fucking insane. I actually don't understand that at all. Scott is the guy who literally is the Konami rep for the main Master Duel Challenger Cup server, so I decided to call him Scotty. Hey, there's some lore for you guys. There's some actual lore. Yeah, but like some of these cards, like fucking, I don't know, man. Like, why did they limit anti-spell instead of banning it? It just doesn't make sense, bro. Doesn't make sense. These cards that see 0 play at 1, why are they at 1? You know, they wouldn't see more play at 3. For the RBET signups, you paste an image of your DB deck. No, you have to use the Dueling Book link. You export it. So like, see on Dueling Book, there's this export deck button at the top. You click that, and it pops this out, and it gives you Dueling Book link, and then you use that. That's what you use. Dragonic Diagram to 3 and bring back your boy Masterpiece. Say less. Dragonic Diagram is a sick card. I really like that one guy. Was it True King? He has cool art. This fucker. The Lithosagym. Lithosagym. hose gym. Lit hose a gym. Lithos a game. Bro's name is the Disaster. It doesn't get more raw than that. I'm saying this guy's fucking hard as shit. This guy looks like the final boss. You know what I'm saying? You don't see diagram to multiple, but masterpiece back, yes. What does masterpiece even fucking do? I know people like this card. Oh, this guy. He actually looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh monster. God damn. He looks cool. Yeah, guy's sick. He's badass. This guy reminds me of Angemon. Lit hose a gym. That's what I'm saying, Boggs. That's what I'm saying. You contribute continuous spell or trap cards. Unaffected by the effects of the same card type as the original card for its true. Oh, so it's just unaffected? Cringe. Cringe. Definitely a Chad. He is Chad. RZL says still waiting on the Subsnow reprint. We're getting one. It's the Light of Destruction reprint. It's already announced. So it's happening. Bro's name is the Disaster. Facts. Wish you could tribute all three. Would be very funny. That would be very funny. Actually, you can, can't you? You can tribute continuous spell traps that you control as well as monsters. You could tribute all three. Once per turn during either player's turn, if you control this tribute summon monster, you can banish one continuous spell trap card from your graveyard, then just target. Is that a quick effect? If you control this tribute summon monster. Yeah, that's a quick effect, right? Once per turn during either player's turn. That's a quick effect. Yeah, he's nuts. Card's cool. Yeah, I don't see why it's banned, though. What's this guy? Is this a new card? Shit. You feel like the machinalist you played against me with yesterday has some teeth, even though you're him and stomped you? Yeah, you got rolled. I don't know how to say it. That was not a close game. You guys want to watch that replay? Let's go watch it. Let's go watch it again. Was it on this account or the other one? I don't remember. Oh, it was on this one. Okay, cool. Let's watch it. Yeah, you got destroyed. Alright, this is Code Grams Machina versus my Quick Draw Amaryllis. Let's watch this. Let's watch this game. The video dropped today, but... The live video dropped today, but we'll watch the replay because it's funny. Look at this. I go second. You got the nuts. Straight up. You got the nuts. Card Trooper Mill 3. I was saying this in the video. I don't like milling with Gear Town, but it doesn't really usually matter, but I don't like milling with Gear Town. Because, like, you just mill your Gear Town, then your terraformings are dead. It's, like, kind of awkward. But if you don't mill Gear Town, then it's fine. As long as you can not mill Gear Town. Dust Shoot. So we get Dust Shooted. Going second. Set pass. Dust Shoot back. What did you think of Take Force here? Were you expecting that? Or did you think I would take one of the other two cards? I think Take Force here is genius. Take Force because it's a monster reborn if he mills a fortress. So he mills 3. Mills the force. And if we have put back the fortress, you're milling the fortress, you have force in hand. You thought that was correct? Yeah, I think so too. I didn't think you would commit the Raikou, but you did. So we Hidden Armory. Mill Dandy, because I'm him, by the way. Off Hidden Armory. Search Mark of the Rose, because I'm him. Flip Dandy. Attack. That pops the Dandy. Hella tokens. GG. I actually think you should have popped a token here and left me with just Dandy 1 token. But, because you missed damage. Like, if you pop the token, you mill 3. I end with 3 tokens, just the same. But, you get in 19 or 1600 damage. So I think that's a little bit better. Either that, or you could have considered using Mirror Force and, like, saving the Raikou. But I think using the Raikou is fine. But I think popping the token and then getting the damage with the Card Trooper is a little bit better. Attacks the token, and then sets the hamster. So I'm thinking that this is like a Raikou or some shit. What did I draw? Necro Gardener? Dude, my hand was so bad. How did I win this? Mark of the Rose, take Card Trooper, mill 3. So because of Mirror Force, because you flipped the Mirror Force, we know that's what it is. We have to Typhoon it, but we would Typhoon this anyway, no matter what. Double Tribute for Amaryllis, and then attack. If it's Raikou, you would pop a token, but it's Hamster, so you get to keep a Raikou and you get to kill all my tokens. So you take 8, pass turn back. You set Iron Wall and pass. This was your second mistake. You should have flipped Raikou, pop a token, attack the other one. Because now if I draw Titanial, I go Tribute Summon Titanial, end phase bring out Amaryllis. And then you're cooked. So. And I draw Titanial, so I'm like, But I decided normal Necroguard now because I want to get cheeky with it. I think I was playing around like possible Torrential or Bottomless. In reality, I should have just Tribute Summon Titanial and gone end phase. So end battle phase, you flip Iron Wall. And this Iron Wall should have cooked me. And you top decked Avarice, so you like just had it all. Like you had everything. Not only do you top deck Avarice, but I think your draws off Avarice were really good too, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you drew Sidra, and you drew away to Reborn Fortress. So you get big damage. So imagine I'm 1600 lower here. I'm at like 43. Does that make a difference? Maybe. And DDR, good draw. Bring out the Dandy, double tribute, clear the fortress. And this actually is pretty good against you. If you don't top deck here, the bot is not responding. Good night, Chaotic Meatball. Is the bot not responding? I'll ping Diamond Dude. Hold on. Let me ping Diamond Dude about the bot real quick. Okay. Yeah, not clearing the tokens was big. Normal gear frame off the top, so you sacked me for the third time now. Because you sacked the top deck Avarice, and you sacked the Dust Shoot, and you sacked the die roll. And then you sacked the top deck gear frame, so you just sacked me to death. But, you know, you have to get lucky. You get lucky, you know what I mean? But then the other person has to get lucky. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. Top deck debris. Oh my gosh. That was so gross. I thought you would at least like equip or something, but I guess it doesn't matter because I think Black Rose clears it even when it's equipped. I could be wrong. And then here, because I'm playing Miracle Fertilizer, I banished Dandy instead of Titanium. I had an opportunity to go for a big play here, but I was scared you top deck Gores. So I was like, does he play Gores with Imperial Iron Wall and Gear Town? I couldn't tell. But I was scared of it, so I just went for the Amaryllis attack. But I could have Tribute Summoned Gores and then hit you for like 6,300 or something. 5,700, sorry. Anyway, bring back the Amaryllis after it pops, draw Lone Fire, and that's all she wrote. Because this just negates the Raikou that you drew. And then you're taking 36 for sure. And then this game, you go first, and you have Cyber Phoenix. I think this is a terrible card. You should never play it. That's just my opinion. But most people also think this card is bad. Because it's 1200 attack, and the effects just are, they never come up. These effects never come up. You're better off having something like a Fossil Dyna, or a Gadget. Like straight up, even like a regular Gadget. Or something stronger. Like even a Mechanical Chaser is better than a Cyber Phoenix, because at least Mechanical Chaser can attack over stuff. Anyway, you charge with no targets, so absolutely owned. You do start with Gear Frame though, which is really good. So like your hand is still really, really good. But dude, look at this hand. Can you stack a better hand with Amaryllis? Tell me you can't stack a better hand. This hand is crazy. This is a crazy hand. This hand is nuts. Like, what is this? This is insane. This hand is crazy. What is this hand? It's so good. Okay, so you're getting the gear frame back. Does this change the circumstances? So you're dead to Amaryllis. I want to see if there's anything you could have done. Because I figured the Plague play, you can go Plague and you could, like, make Thought Ruler by, like, stacking your deck and stuff. But, like, that's not even good. Because it just gains 5 and you still just die to Titanium Amaryllis. So, like, that doesn't do anything. I was wondering if there was another play. Like, was there any way for you to get... It's really awkward because the gear frame is still in play, so you can't, like, special Cyber Dragon and, like, summon Fortress and then have a big limiter turn. But even Cyber Dragon Fortress over Lonefire Titanium with limiter isn't game. Let's see. What if you just did pitch Special Fortress... No. This is better. You have to OTK because of Drill? Oh, yeah, Drill's coming back. If you pitch Special Fortress, like pitch Cyber Dragon, Special Fortress, how much does limit removal get you there? That's 36 plus 5,000, 86 minus 33. It's only 53. You can clear both, and then you still have Plague to make Bryonic, and then Bryonic bounces this, but then you lose your Fortress, and then you die to the Drill. It might have been worth, like, just doing that, like, Bryonic bounce the Amaryllis, and then just hoping I wouldn't attack with the Drill. Like, if you had gone, like, let's say, keep the Plague in hand, pitch the Cyber Dragon, special the Machina Fortress, limiter, run over, deal a bunch of damage, and then, like, set charge the Light Brigade. And then I have to, like, assume it's Mirror Force or something. Like, because even though you're dead, I don't know that you're dead. No. You pitch Cyber Dragon Special Fortress, limiter, attack Gear Frame over Lone Fire, Machina Fortress over Titanium. So my only card in play is Amaryllis. Main phase 2, normal Plague, synchro with Gear Frame into Bryonic, pitch something to bounce Amaryllis, and then set charge of the Light Brigade. And then just hope that I, like, don't attack you directly because I'm scared, basically. Or I don't have a guaranteed line into a Mirror Force or something. That does get you out and bluff the Drill. Yeah, it doesn't get you out because I can just attack you and win. But I don't know that I can attack you and win. You know? Like, there's layers to this. Yeah. Because, like, you lose for sure to Drill attack, but I don't know that yet. I don't know for sure if Drill attack is safe. But this play is, like, guaranteed lose to Drill. Right? Like, this just loses instantly to Drill Warrior. So you attack Lone, you go up to 1,000, but, like, this is just a guaranteed loss. Drill comes back. There's nothing you can do. It's just over. Yeah. I think that one was tough. I still have Hidden Armor to get Mark back. My hand was wild. Yeah, my hand was fucking insane. It was like the best 6 cards in my deck. Straight up. That don't involve stable cards. It was just like the nuts. Drill comes back, it could even add back Debris. Or Lone Fire and I can make another Titanium. That's why I don't understand why people don't play Quick Draw in this deck. It's so good. It's so good in this deck. Like, straight up. It's super, super strong. Anyway. That's my recommendation for that. That was a cool game. That was actually a really cool game. The first game, there was a lot of stuff back and forth, too. Like, a lot of, like, little moments and stuff. Hold on. Hold, everyone. I just need to make an announcement real quick on the Discord. You're citing Dimension Fortress weapon. What does that do? Is that the one that's like neither player can mill? Oh man, this card is just so weak. 1700 just doesn't attack over hamster. If it was like 1850, I actually think Mechanical Chaser is like a good card, just because it attacks over hamster and it's a dark machine and it's a salvo target. Like, I think the real salvo deck that people are sleeping on is like Mechanical Chaser salvo with Machina, and it plays like really aggressively, and it plays like Nox, and it plays like True Nade and Urbellum. Like, that's the real black salvo sauce that I think people are sleeping on, because this card is crazy. When your opponent has an open board, it's just Yatagrasu. All right. Is lit. Salvo with Mechanical Chaser. You've literally played the deck you are describing at locals tonight. How did it do, Jake? Was it good? Was it like a strong deck? Let's see if we can build it real quick. Cooking salvo. Salvo. Mechanical. I can't spell. 3-1, can't complain. That's pretty good. Maybe a couple Dekoichi, Machina. Maybe this guy. Thoughts on Crystal Seer and Black Wings? Just play a different card. I don't see the point of Crystal Seer and Black Wings. It's a normal summon. It's a bad normal summon. Knitter. Probably Cyber Dragon. Like, I could see this. You were trying one Quillbolt. Yeah, I wouldn't get like that. I wouldn't try those types of things. I would just keep it really simple. Like, really aggressive. Almost like instant zombies, but more aggressive. The option to become a channel member does not appear on my YouTube. Are you on iOS? Are you on Apple? Because if you're on an Apple device, not even on browser, how do you become a member? That is weird. I know it's different on iOS. I know that there's sometimes a bug on iOS for newer YouTube channels. So if you want to become a member, what is it? Member button not showing up. Are you on iOS? On iOS? YouTube. The join button doesn't show up on YouTube app. Okay. What do I do? There's a link. There's a link I can get you guys. Let me get you guys a link. Hold up. There's a link I can get you. I have done this in the past. One moment. One moment, my good sir. Okay. Hold, everybody. Hold, everybody. I am acquiring the key. I'm acquiring the link. It is right here. And I will place it in the chat. So if you follow this, yo, thank you for the gifties, Ashfora. Much appreciated. There's a link. If you follow that link, it should be able to work. Also, thank you for re-upping on the membership, Ashfora. Much appreciated. It does appear for other YouTubers. That's why you're kind of confused. Usually for older YouTube accounts, it appears. And for newer YouTube accounts, it does not. I don't know if that makes sense. You forgot yours ran out. Totally happens. Totally happens. What were we talking about? Oh, this deck. Yeah, I'd play like a really aggressive version of this. Like, it would look crazy. Probably Gores. Probably play Dad. Probably play Tragodia. Probably play... I don't even know. Thank you so much, Marat. I hope that helps. Yeah, and I would just play like a boatload of like spell-based removal. Like, I don't know, just 2 of everything. Something like this. Dust shoot, maybe. Like, I'd want to play something really crazy. Maybe some tuner in here too. Oh, we already have tuner. We have salvo. Mind control. Mind control, yes. Spell-based removal. We're on the same page. Yeah, I'd probably play something like this. And I'd just probably try to, like, connect with Herbellum as much as possible. I don't know. If I was going to play Salvo Dad and, like, give myself the best odds at winning, I've noticed that most players, when you start pressuring them, that's when they make mistakes. When you start just, like, attacking them hella fast and being really aggressive, that's when most players usually mess up. Whereas if you give players a lot of time, if you like give them too much credit, usually they feel a little bit more confident and they stop making misplays. So I'd try to play like something really crazy aggressive like this. I'm not sure exactly if the ratios or whatever, but this would probably be like a starting point for me. Ultimate Offering, why? I'm thinking even more aggressive than that. Ultimate Offering is a slow card. I'm thinking almost no traps. Possibly just all removal. I'm actually curious to see how this draws. Allure. I'm sure there are some cards I'm forgetting that are like really strong. What's limited to 1 in Edison format? Chaos Sorcerer's interesting. Cold Wave's pretty interesting. Cold Wave could go hard. Yeah, that's a nuts card. E-Tilly could go hard. Cylinder could go hard, although I would like to go purpleless if possible. Megamorph goes kind of hard. Overload Fusion goes pretty hard. I could do like Future Fusion Overload, that type of stuff too, but we don't have room for Jinzos, so. Grammels goes pretty hard. Solemn's pretty strong. Swords is pretty strong. Reaper's pretty strong. We already have one of those. Dust Shoot. Gale is pretty good. If we're talking like... Where is it? It's like one of the first ones, right? Yeah, Gale's pretty good. Foolish seems okay. Foolish seems pretty bad, but... I'm thinking maybe Gale. Just so we have like a 4th tuner for the instance and the synchro plays and the brain mind. And then the last card maybe like Cold Wave. Let's go see how this draws. I don't know if this is going to draw well, but it's probably where I'd start at least. Maybe add the Reaper in too, because I think Reaper would be kind of it. But I actually think Mechanical Chaser is just a better card than the other guy, because he just attacks for more damage, and he's like kind of scary. Like with what's up to Joker? How you doing? Yeah, like look at this hand. This hand's great. This hand's just really strong. What is this? This is awkwardly 200 shy of lethal. 100 shy of lethal. What is this? 37 plus 42? Yeah, it's 100 shy of lethal. But like, you could piece together or something. This hand's cool. Maybe double instant is kind of ambitious. Maybe we'd play stuff other than Nobleman of Crossout. I'm not sure what though. I'm not sure what. This hand needs a tuner or a machine. Search that guy. Yeah, this hand's not very good. Maybe the instant Kaya stuff is a little ambitious. Maybe it's just one instant fusion. And it's like more of this. Lightning Vortex, yeah, it could be that. Are there any other machine cards that are like good? Card Trooper's kind of good. I like that card. He's pretty good. All right, let's see how this draws. Yeah, this hand's fine. Going first. Going second is kind of ass, but... Draw into Mechanical Chaser. Maybe we don't need as many of these as I think. What are we doing? We're trying to make Black Salvo a good card. Kind of coming up short a little bit here. We need another dark to hit the grave. See, this is a hand where Instant Fusion would be really good instead of Machina Force. But, alas. See, like, Instant Fusion's crazy in this hand. Maybe we do want more Instant Fusion. I don't know. Maybe it's not two Smashing Ground. Maybe the knocks are just sideboarded. What if we played like a Ryza? Just another like really aggressive card. This hand is cool. Yeah, this hand is solid. Maybe we don't need so many of the dark machines. Because I feel like I'm drawing one in every hand, which isn't bad, but like... And maybe this card is not good. I don't want to draw two in every hand. I don't think we need as many of the dark machines. I think we can cut one of them. Because we have the instants to go with the salvo. And then... play like... I don't even know, man. Compulsory or something. Air Force. Reaper. Reaper seems good. Is this deck even making sense? Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? You know what I'm saying? No? Possibly? Perhaps? Maybe? Man, drawing Machina Force is so terrible. I've drawn Machina Force in almost every single hand, and I have not drawn Machina Fortress or Machina Gearframe in any of them. That's hilarious. Maybe Machina Force gets cut too. Cut Force. Just for a better card. Return maybe? Card's kind of good. Soul Exchange could work, but Battle Phase is probably necessary. I think so too. Consecrated Light in my all dark deck? What? Could play it, but I think Fossil Dyna would be more applicable to the main as a way to just force through damage. What if it was like Megamorph? Just a random Megamorph for random damage. That'd be wild. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Cooking. We have cooked. Forgive me, for I have cooked. Koichi draws. Oh, we draw Reaper. Let's go. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Might as well play Future Fusion. Why? I love Cyber Dragon too, Chew. It looks so tight. Yes, we have cooked. We've finally cooked. This is what I'm talking about, boys. This is what I'm talking about, boy. This is what I'm talking about. This hand's great. Three Megamorphs so you can salvo into Power Tool. Megamorph's limited to 1 in Edison format. So we can only play 1. 600 damage Reaper. Yeah, equipping a card that targets to Reaper goes so hard, doesn't it, Kappa? It instantly kills Reaper if you put an equip spell on it. That's so funny. It's funny that Reaper mentioned. But Megamorph goes hard with Instant Fusion. Because you pay 1,000, then you're instantly lower. Yeah, Megamorph actually fits the deck quite nicely. I don't know. I'm sure there's an aggressive version of Black Shalvo that plays something like this that people haven't really explored and totally could explore. Either way, back to the RBET predictions. I think tomorrow, no matter what, is going to be very hype. And Diamond Dude is going to get the bot fixed. So if you aren't able to sign up in the moment, then you should be able to sign up sometime soon, hopefully, when Diamond Dude gets the bot fixed. So I made an announcement in the Discord explaining it, so just looks like he'll be home in about 8 hours. So we should be able to reopen signups in about 8 hours. Cool. And then it should be no problem. Heck yeah. Until then, I'm going to call it a night, get some rest. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. A lot of streaming, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh coverage. If you guys are here from Meatball's stream, consider subscribing and tuning in tomorrow. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for all the memberships and for hanging out and for helping me predict that Gadget Wings is going to win tomorrow. Anyway, cheers everyone. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Peace.